Okay, I watched back through my video and I just had a couple corrections and additions. One thing, just for point of accuracy, the lumber is I think I said 12 by in all, and it's actually nominal 10 by 2 by 10, so inch and a half by 9 1/4. The house stuff is 10 by 2, actual 2 inches wide by not like 9 1/2 or something. So we'll have to see how that works. I think we can make it all work though. Here is that faucet I was talking about in the basement. And you can see how there was more damage. I think the damage was partially caused by the faucet. I think there was the deck went flush with the wooden siding, and the water was getting down in there. That sill plate, I think I may have said, I said 2 by, it's actually a 2 by 4 pressure treated sill plate that everything's resting on, and that I would have definitely preferred like seeing them use a 6 by, but I think it's fine. There's definitely no changing it now. But I'm gonna try to do flashing. I feel like I need to figure out something. I feel like an exterior faucet should not be just on wood. So I don't know, maybe we can find some kind of back plate to put in just the area right around that. And I want the flashing to, I'm trying to figure out how to do it, but I definitely want it to come under the siding, and I want it to let out like on the outer edge of this outer joist here. So I gotta figure out how to do that. I may need to put blocking to support the, well, actually I think they'll be fine without it. I'll be running the deck boards this way, so I'll just slot that flashing between the inmost deck board and the house. A couple things at various points, I've discussed all of these points as they came up with Mary and given her my recommendations, and at various decision points in the process. One thing we talked about today, I was telling her, like, it's hard to see slope in a video, but like basically I moved like a whole large truckload of rotten wood and stuff out from under here, so this is now less snake habitat. But so that's all open now. But this corner through here basically is low. So like we don't have good slope to the yard. I told her that. I said like the solution would probably just be to get a dump truck load of soil brought in and shovel it up under here, which I guess you could do after the deck's there. It'd be easier without it, but not that much different. I was like, that'd be several $100s by the time you buy a truckload of dirt and the labor of grading it and shoveling it in here and grading it and all that stuff. So she said it's been fine for 25 years. I don't want to mess with that. So that seemed pretty logical to me. Here is the HVAC drainage pipe that's broken. It's just kind of stuck in the wall now to keep it out of the way. I've got a coupler and I will replace that. I will tie it. I think I might try to tie it into the top. I mean, this may be crazy, but I think I might try to tie it into the top of this, because I've noticed during the day on humid days, this doesn't just like drip. It puts out like a steady trickle, and this is quite a bit of moisture that accumulates. So I might try to tie that into the top of this corrugated drainage pipe. One other change I made, we got 100 feet of this 4-inch corrugated pipe because these two gutters fed into a Y junction, and they both had a lot of, when I pulled it apart, there was a lot of plant matter built up, and there's a lot of water that comes through these when it rains hard. So we got 100 feet, and they let out under the porch. They let out right there. That was it. And so there were like hundreds of gallons of water every time it rained were being dumped right here. So I recommended, and Mary agreed, that we get a big roll of corrugated pipe. We get rid of that Y junction, so it's just two separate pipes, and I got a connector. I'm going to join both of the old ones to make it one long one, and put the new one all the way out, and I got to finish trenching that and put it to probably this bush over here. Show you. So currently they let out under there. I recommended we'll bury these just very under a couple inches of soil. There's enough slope with the ground where they still got good flow all the way from the gutters. And I told Mary, to me it made sense to just have them let out. There's a nice slope right here, so we can have them come out like under this bush, so you're not going to trip over the edge of them or hit them with the lawnmower. So that's it. I think that was all the corrections. And yeah, thanks again. Have a good one.